What's up, everybody? This is Podcast Gameoverse episode 147 for Saturday, June 24, 2023. I am Wasabi Ice Cream, joined as always, my dude Rick. What's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Rick. I'm here. Wasabi's here. We're all here to talk about video games.
We're all here.
Start real, man. Tell the people what you've been playing.
Played a bunch of demos out of the Steam Next Fest.
Yes, if you guys don't know, Steam had their Next Fest a little while ago, and Wasabi was kind enough to give all of us here at Planet Gameoverse that's a weird thing to say, Planet Gameoverse. The whole universe is one planet, whatever. I didn't think about that. To give us 12 hours of the most exciting and interesting game demos. Well, you told me most of them were bangers, right? Like, you didn't really have any duds?
Yeah, actually, for the first time, like, most of them were pretty damn good. There was only a couple duds in there, and even then, those ones were not like terrible.
Yeah.
So, but
there's a couple that we played together. One that we played together. What are some standouts you want the people to know about that should keep an eye open for?
Lies of P was great.
Yep. Did you finish the demo, or did you just play through it?
Well, the problem was my controller wasn't working, and I had to play it with the keyboard, and then that was just.
Oh yeah.
But I did get to the boss like halfway down with the keyboard. I was like, "Fuck this!" But,
yeah, that's about what I did. I had a controller though, so I didn't have an excuse. I'm just like,
someone came in and told me you have to play it a little like Sekiro and less like Bloodborne. Because the thing about Lies of P is that it kind of presents itself as a Bloodborne, but you have to play it like a Sekiro. Like, there's a lot of blocking and parrying involved. So
okay,
which is more of like a Sekiro play style. Because Bloodborne,
maybe that's what I gotta do then.
Yeah, Bloodborne, you don't fucking block at all ever, and that I had to get over that in my mind of like, oh, I should be blocking. And it has this mechanic where the more you block, the more your weapon degrades, and you have to like do some Monster Hunter type shit, like where you have to run away, sharpen your weapon back up. So the
sharpening's pretty cool though, because you just like you got like a sharpener in like your elbow. You're a robot, by the way. Anybody who like hasn't seen this, or you got a robot arm, and you just like grind on it, just like grrr, and then it's done. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So that one was pretty dope. What else? I played Jusant, which is that Don't Nod game that they announced during the Xbox show. It's that climbing game, which was really cool because you actually have to climb. It does I've only seen this in VR games where it's like you actually have to put your hands and plant your hands and go like hand over hand and find.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You have to like plant yourself and put they call it like penons. Penons. You have to like plant yourself with stakes or you'll fall. But you can't actually fall in that game. It seems like you can't actually fall. It just seems like if you fall, you can't even like jump off. If you fall, something is always going to catch you. So it seems like they don't want to animate any death sequences or anything. It was a bit of a bummer because there's no stakes. You know, if you fall, you're always gonna get caught. So that one was a bummer. Yeah. What else? Goodbye Volcano High is a visual novel about a world of dinosaurs, high school dinosaurs, where a meteor is going to come and destroy them. And they're like in a band and they're like, it's probably not going to even hit us. But from them being dinosaurs and it being a meteor coming, I'm like, oh, they're setting this up so a meteor comes and destroys them. But maybe they don't do that.
There's like a theme of like the end of the world. Like it's like they're graduating from high school and like their whole high school is like end of the world themed and
Well, they're doing stuff for the end of the world because they think is the end of the world. And you're like Life is Strange almost, where it was like, hey, we're throwing the end of the world party.
Yeah.
Type shit, yeah. But it was really cool. It's really well animated. Yeah. The dialogue's really good. The characters are really good. The little snippet they have in the demo was like, after it finished, I was like, oh shit, I want some more of that. That was one of those where it was like, damn, it's over already?
Yeah, is it a voice actor, do you know?
Yeah, it's all voiced. It's all voiced and yeah, and it's good. It's well voiced too. So that one was already on my list, but it's even solidly in there now because it was great. There was Hammerwatch 2, which was probably one of the biggest highlights. That game, absolutely incredible. Incredible.
Oh, yeah?
It is a sequel to Hammerwatch, which, if you don't know what Hammerwatch is, it was kind of like a gauntlet. Came out several years ago. It's like a gauntlet, but you know, it's got online multiplayer and multiple campaigns, shit like that. But it's just a gauntlet, you know. So
yeah, you're telling me about it.
You're just dungeon crawling. There's different classes, and it wasn't that exciting. It was just a very good a gauntlet game, really. But Hammerwatch 2 cranks it up to fucking 11, dude. It's open world. It's got like it's fully online multiplayer, and it's just got so many systems. It's got full dynamic time of day system. It's got a fully dynamic weather system. It's got
crazy.
It's got crafting. It's got NPCs. It's got quests. It's got cooking. Like, I think it's got farming. It's got all this shit. And I'm sitting there, where I was playing it, and I was like, dude, this is like so much. They've cranked up so much that I didn't even know that they were doing that much with it. I just thought they were just making another gauntlet, dude, but there's like so much more than that. And it's really good. It's really good. Yeah. That's all I gotta say about that. The next fest is still going. If you play only one game, play Hammerwatch 2. Because that one is extremely good.
It's on my list. Like, I downloaded it. I just haven't had time to like play it. I say that, but like I've played other games that definitely were like I could have been playing these demos from, but
Yeah.
I'll get into that when it comes to my point. But no, you talked about Hammerwatch before, and it looked really good from what you're describing. It sounds like right up my alley. I gotta give it a shot.
Eternights. Played Eternights.
That's another one. I've been following that game for years, dude. Literal years. And I finally have a chance to play a playable demo, and I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, it's like Persona mixed with Bayonetta.
Yeah. Which I love both those fucking games, so
yeah. The demo doesn't really dip into a lot of the combat. It only has like 2 combat sequences, and one of them is a tutorial. So,
oh yeah.
So it doesn't really let you get into the combat really, but it's enough to be like, okay, this is like a Bayonetta, but more anime bullshitty, and which is cool.
Okay with that, yeah. Okay
and then it's fully voice acted, and the voice acting is really, really good too, which is surprising for a game like this. But the voice acting is excellent, and the writing is it's like funny too. It's like written very humorously,
yeah,
which is really cool. So that one was very enjoyable.
I need to pick it up. I really need to pick it up.
What else? Sludge Life 2 is probably the second game on here that I would say you absolutely have to play. I can't even describe it. It's because in the description they don't even describe what I feel like they should be describing here, because they put it out as a vandalism sim, but it's not.
Yeah, I
It's not
saw that.
even.
Then you watch the trailer, and it's like not that at all.
Yeah, yeah. Like vandalism is like 3% of what is in this game.
Yeah.
Um, I it's like you're part of a rap group. I guess you're the manager of a rap collective, and you just walk around. It's like a walking sim, I guess, where you just
Yeah.
walk around and like fuck with all the characters, talk to all the characters, interact with shit, and that's the game basically. But it's just hilarious, the shit that you can do, the shit the characters say. um I gave a cat a cigarette, and it was smoking a cigarette, and I'm buying this game.
The
So
cat's just like, yo, let me get a drag of that.
yeah, no, the cat didn't talk. I just interacted with the cat, and it was like, do you want to give this cat some Ciggy Cigs? And I was like, yes I do. And then
Oh, you asked so nicely.
um yeah, it's incredible. I'd never heard of it either. That's the other thing. Because it's Sludge Life 2 is the second game, so I immediately went and tried to and looked for the first game, because I'm like, I need to be a part of this universe here. So,
Yeah, I've definitely never heard of that.
but it's great.
Yeah, I'm into it. It's on my list now.
We played Alien Hominid Invasion.
That was insane.
Yeah,
Oh my
which
god.
was another one I had no idea about it until I saw it in this Next Fest and we played it. And yeah, it is absolutely insane.
It's a roguelike 2D side scroller, but you go from like level to level like Mario World style, but that's like the stuff you get into is like randomly generated. And you can pick up loot and drop it off and like bases to unlock it. And it's knocking futz, dude. It's just so much shit coming at you, and I'm convinced those are other players in the game. Like,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, and there's other people playing it. They don't interact with you in any meaningful sense. Like, kind of like an MMO, you know, where like you're kind of doing your thing, other people are there doing their thing.
I mean,
And
you can interact with them, and like I was jumping on their backs, and
well, yeah, but they're not doing the same quests you are, or the same like challenges you are.
yeah.
Yeah, they're killing a lot of the same dudes. Like their gunfire affects like other enemies, but yeah, they're off doing their own thing in this massive invasion. This game takes place like canonically like 16 years after the first one.
Yeah.
And there's like a whole like cabal of aliens now, like just invading Earth. And that's it. You're just getting from one part of the game to the end of it. The demo we played was pretty substantial, I think. Like,
Yeah, it was the whole first stage, and you kind of just do that over and over again. I don't know if the stuff you unlock carries over into the full game, but
yeah, I don't know. Probably not.
they don't really have a date set on this yet. So
Yeah.
but it seemed like, I mean, it seemed like if they want you to put that much time into it, I would hope that you can keep those.
Yeah, well, I had a blast with it. At first, I wasn't into it because it was just so crazy and like hard to keep up with. But after a while, I kind of embraced the craziness and the insanity, and I was having a much funner time. Like my second half of the second half.
Yeah.
But that was a fun one. That's definitely on my list now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a day one buy for me, but it's on the wish list.
Yeah. And then the third game that you should absolutely check out is El Paso Elsewhere.
Yes, I got you into this one. I told you to check this one out,
Yeah.
and that one's incredible. Those of you guys who don't know, it's a very Max Payne inspired third person shooter. And I'm talking like original Max Payne 1, Max Payne 2. Closer to Max Payne 1 with the way the bullet time works. The story of the game is that you are a man named, what's his name, James Savage. So I'm a little on the nose there with the name. And he dated this vampire lord named Draculi, who took over this shitty hotel in El Paso, Texas, and converted it into this like otherworldly, like negative space, fucking upside down, whatever you want to call it. Insert pop culture reference of like space that exists between dimensions, like here. He describes like a plane of existence. Like there's heaven, hell, and there's this place in between. And it's such a weird concept because on face value, it's a silly story. Like his vampire ex-girlfriend, he needs to save the world from her. But the game plays it so straight with the cutscenes and the voice acting. It's like it's enough to like get you really into it. And the combat's super fun. Like you're constantly like bullet timing and like bullet dodging around, and the guns are really fun to play with. Everything, you can drop everything in like one shot. So even though like the shotgun is a fun weapon, I got more mileage out of the handguns because you can just one shot guys in the head with it. It's just such a blast, and the game is so silly because the way the world is designed, the levels are really strange and they're changing as you play. Like doors open, parts of the level unlock as you're playing through it. It's a blast, dude. It's a blast, man. I know you liked it a lot too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you never played the original Max Payne's, right?
I never played Max Payne, but I've played the more recent Remedy games. So I see the style influence in there. Definitely a lot of Control. Control was saturated in this kind of stuff.
Huge inspiration on that, yeah.
So even from that, I was like, man, I should play Max Payne.
Yeah, you would like it.
Yeah.
There's nightmare sequences in Max Payne that straight up just feel like what El Paso Elsewhere was doing, and I think that that's part of what inspired it. Is like the nightmare sequences from Max Payne, and some of the like otherworldly, like indescribable.
I hear Remedy is inspired by David Lynch. Is that, I don't know who that is. I've never seen a David Lynch film.
He's a very like avant-garde, like on our tour, like director. He did Twin Peaks.
Okay.
And Eraserhead, and those are like one of his more popular ones. And then when you want to get more like obscure, like Mulholland Drive is another one he did. I think he did the '84 Dune too. He's done all kinds of like kind of off the wall like shit, and I could definitely see like the inspiration to Remedy for that with that.
Yeah, it definitely makes me want to check out some of that, his stuff too.
Yeah. This stuff's out there, man. Like Eraserhead is such a fucking trip. Like, check it out. Like that's another one that's like a trip. But yeah, El Paso Elsewhere, if you play that's my recommendation. If you play one game as Demo Derby, make it that.
Yeah.
It's legit, like really good. The voice acting is like incredible. That opening bit when he's like monologuing about like his drug addiction, and he's talking to like you, the player, like it's so like captivating the way he talks to you. Just he's got this like whisper, like gravelly, like, I need you to trust me. I'm gonna count to 3, and when I do, I'm gonna close this trunk and I'm gonna go save the world. And it's like, oh my god, dude, I got goosebumps.
Yeah, that was one of the things. One thing I noticed through most of these demos. Also, Super Ultra Pimp in the chat.
Yeah,
what's up? One of the things I noticed about most of these demos was how good all the voice acting was in these demos.
The ones that had them, yeah.
Yeah, the ones that had them were very good, and that was not expected because I don't know. Typically, well, especially in budget indie games, you know, you don't really have the cash to throw out some good voice acting. But
I think a big part of it now is like back in the day when you wanted to do voice acting in your game, you had to like, you know, go to a studio, like run a studio and like pay not just for the voice actors to like travel there and like record for like an afternoon, but also like rent the studio space, use the audio equipment, the editing stuff there. Like that's how it used to be back in the day. Now, like a lot of these voice actors, like more independent voice actors, have like mini studios in their apartments or their houses. So
Yeah.
and they can just send their stuff over. Just tell them what you need to do, what the context is, and they can send it over. Like I think all the voice acting for Hades was done that way. I think they all just recorded out of their bedroom or something.
Yeah. But still, you
Which
still
is
gotta
like,
like you gotta
yeah,
find the good
you gotta find
people.
the
You know what I'm
talent. Yeah, you
saying?
gotta find
Yeah.
the talent for sure. And the talent was there. I'm sure, like, I don't want to sound like a dick, but
Here we go.
I think a big part of it is that the bigger access to that to voice actors, because back in the day you'd have to go through like an agent or through some agency to like find a voice actor
Oh yeah.
or hold an audition. And that took time, that took money to the casting director to do it. Now, like, it's not easy. Like, I'm not gonna say like it's easy, but if we wanted to make a game, it'd be a lot easier for us now in this day and age of the technology we have to find a competent cast than
Yeah.
it would have been like 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, I think. Especially after COVID, like it made work from home so much like more common now. Like a lot of people, like I said, invested in like options to work from home and audio equipment to record from home that it's easier now. I think we're just now starting to see the effects of it with these like smaller indie games having these like incredible voice talents on them to work. Some of them definitely had talent. Like I think at Eternites had some pretty established voice actors. Some that were even in Persona.
Oh really? Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
that was the one where I know I was like, dude, this is fucking for the game that this is, and for the budget that they must have. It all the voice acting was just incredible. Like it was really good. And then, but that even goes into like the visuals are great. The gameplay was great.
yeah,
Like it was a phenomenal product from like top to bottom, and I didn't really expect that.
yeah. And I remember first hearing about that game like years ago, at least like 5 years ago, maybe longer. Or just a dude on Reddit. He's like, "Hey, I'm working on this game. It's like Devil May Cry mixed with Persona. What do you think?" And I was like in love with it. That was before he even had a name for it. And since then, I think he's gotten funding from like PlayStation to help publish it. And it's fucking great. Like I'm so excited for this game that I can't wait to play it. I really can't wait. I haven't had time to like try the demo out, but I've heard really good things about it. You're not the first person to tell me the demo is incredible and the voice acting is incredible.
Yeah.
Um,
So the next fest is going until the 26th. Our we got 12 hours of it, 12 hours plus of it on
yeah,
the YouTube. Now the stream is up there, but I did upload the full 4K recordings of it. So that's going on YouTube. It's processing. The problem with YouTube is you have no idea. You just have no idea how long that shit takes. But look for a 4K version at some point.
yeah,
But if you want to watch it in low def, the whole stream is up on the YouTube, so you can go watch that right after this podcast.
yeah. I played a couple games this week too. So I got into the Saints Row games again because they're on sale on Xbox. I figured, fuck it, let's try it. Saints Row 4 still a lot of fun. Like still really fun. I talked about this last week. Still a great superhero game. But here's the thing I didn't know. Saints Row 3 had a remaster a little while ago. It's just straight up called Saints Row 3 Remastered. I didn't hear a lot about it, so I figured it was like a whatever remaster, right? Maybe just like upscaled or not upscaled, but like maybe the visuals are upscaled to like 4K or something for modern systems. I don't know. That's all I thought. The remaster for Saints Row 3 was a little bit more than Saints Row 4 cost, so I got that a little bit later because I was debating on it. And literally the last day it was on sale, I was like, "Fuck it, I'll buy it." I booted it up. Holy shit! I had no fucking idea they put this much work into that remaster.
Really?
Yeah, dude, like night and day. It's like totally different the way the remaster looks. I noticed it, and like initially because I just got off Saints Row 4, which uses the same graphics engine Saints Row 3 original did. So when I hopped into Saints Row 3 remastered, I was like, oh, this looks way better. What the fuck? I noticed like the textures looked better, the models looked better, even the lighting looked better. Everything about it was just so much sharper and smoother than I remembered it being, that even Saints Row 4 was running. And I looked into it, looked up some side by sides. Yeah, I wasn't imagining it. Like the Saints Row 3 remaster put a lot of work into this game. Like a lot more than I expected. I was very pleasantly surprised with it, dude, just how good it looked. You could find like side by side comparisons of like Saints Row 3 remastered versus original. And it's like a night and day difference. I couldn't believe just how much better it was, how much sharper it looked. A lot of the characters it loses a little bit of the cartoony look, just a little bit. And you'll notice it if you jump right off of like the original to the remaster. But I think it's for the better. I was surprised, like driving around, seeing how the lighting effects work. The draw distance definitely further. I'm not seeing vehicles pop in anymore like I did back in the original. And yeah, this is a remaster that actually does a great job remastering the game that like nobody's talked about. At least as far as I know, nobody's talked about it. Like literally, there's nothing wrong with it. It's like the best version of the game. Go get it. If you ever want to play Saints Row 3, or if you played it before and want an excuse to go back into it, the remaster is the best way to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah. Great game. I've been wanting to get the new Saints Row, the reboot.
I've heard mixed things about it. I heard it's not good.
Yeah, but
I heard the humor doesn't hit, but it's still pretty fun to play. I've heard a lot of things about it, and I'm not sure who to trust.
well, I heard it was bad, definitely, but I figured they must have fixed they must have fixed the game by now, right?
Must have, yeah.
If not, it's probably like cheap enough that I haven't looked at it at all, but
yeah. Yes, I haven't looked at it at all either, so I might pick it up eventually when it's like cheaper. Because I think it's like on the Xbox store at least. Because like when I was pulling up this, it was like, oh, if you like this, you should check out the reboot, and I think it was still like $60.
That's insane.
Yeah, let me see. But that was like a digital version of it, right there on Xbox. I'm sure a physical copy or like from a copy from CD Keys or something probably is like a lot cheaper. Yeah. I'm looking at physical copies right now on like Amazon and GameStop, and they're like $30.
Okay.
How much is a PC copy on like Fanatical or something? $25 on Fanatical for the PC.
Okay.
So, that might be worth like looking into. But yeah, the remaster of Saints Row 3 is good. Really, really fucking good. Go play it. It's not on sale anymore, but it's good. I was surprised the work that went into this remaster. I'm a little pissed. This is like an actual remaster that's really good. Does nothing to like fuck the game up, at least from what I've noticed. Genuinely like improves the visuals for it, and no one's talking about it. Like, how come no one's talking about it?
Yeah, that game kind of just came and went.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And people should be talking more about it. Hold on, I lost the fucking show notes. We do this live, everybody. I didn't lose the show notes. I guess I just like didn't open them when we started the show. That's my bad. Nintendo had, moving on to the news, Nintendo had a direct recently where they dropped a bunch of stuff on us. They started off the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet paid DLC, the Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, set to release later this year. They're both very different expansions. The first one that's coming out is supposed to be like a bigger, expanded world to like explore with some other Pokemon that aren't available in the base game to catch and some challenges to take on. I don't know how that's gonna work, to be honest, because I've put a lot of time into Pokemon Scarlet already, and I have a whole team of like perfectly or EV trained, perfect stat IV Pokemon that are level 100. So I don't
Shit.
know what that DLC is going to offer me in terms of a challenge, um, but we'll see. Yeah, I got super into Scarlet, and I burned myself out of it. But when I was playing it, dude, fuck, I put a lot of time into like mid maxing a team, and yeah, it's not a good competitive team by any means, but it'll just fucking steamroll anything that the game tries to throw at me. I just know it.
I don't think I've
Um,
ever. I don't think I played a lot of Pokemon. I think my climax was like Gold and Silver.
yeah,
I don't think I've ever gotten a team of all level 100 motherfuckers.
it's really easy in these games.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
yeah, you can. The game has like challenges you can do. You remember those raid Pokemon I told you about?
Yeah.
When you fight them, the higher level ones give you experience candy,
Oh,
and that literally just gives your Pokemon XP. It's not like a rare candy where it's an automatic level up. It's just like here's like a fuckload of experience points. So your like lower level
multiple
Pokemon get to
levels.
like yeah. So it's multiple levels for some Pokemon, depending on how weak they were starting.
Okay.
And it's really easy to get like the hyper training stuff. So you can double your EV yield pretty easily. And yeah, the game makes it super easy now to like mid max those Pokemon. Um, which I think is great. Like they didn't just like it's not like an editor. Like you actually put in the work, like go out, find the Pokemon to EV train it, get the experience candy to do it. But anytime you're doing something, it's doing something else with you. So I like it. Um, but yeah, you can check out that DLC when it drops later this year. I think the whole expansion for both is like $30, something like that. So it might be worth checking out. I might pick it up honestly because I put so much time into Pokemon Scarlet already that I'll probably put some more time into the DLC. Despite what people said, Scarlet is a fun game. Like, yeah, it's buggy, and there's no reason the game should run as bad as it does, especially since games like Tears of the Kingdom and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 run super well with these huge worlds and levels. There's no reason
Yeah.
Pokemon should be to run just as shitty. Um, Anyone who's saying like, "Oh, it's because the Switch is like underpowered hardware," it is, but also Game Freak is a shit developer that wants to do anything that's past like sprite work. They don't know what to fucking do. Um, that's an opinion I'll have until the day I die. If you don't like it, then fucking get Game Freak to change their design approach, and I'll stop shitting on them. Yeah, moving on. Hidden Treasure Area Zero coming later this year. Go check it out. Sonic Superstar got shown off with more gameplay. The local four-player co-op mode. I didn't expect that. I don't think I've ever seen local co-op in a
Yeah.
Sonic game before.
They showed that. This isn't the first time they showed that. Yeah.
First time I
No, they
saw it.
showed that. It's basically the Mario, like new Super Mario, whatever the fucks,
Yeah,
but with Sonic. And I don't know if how that works because the thing about those Mario games is that one they're a lot slower than Sonic, so
yeah,
no one's like, outrunning anyone really. Or if they do outrun someone just can't keep up. If you got like a 2-year-old playing, they just die and pop up in a bubble, and the bubble floats around, and you can pop the bubble, and then
yeah,
it's all fine.
yeah. Exactly. The thing too with like Sonic is that the characters have different like travel options.
Yeah,
Sonic moves fast. He blitzes through levels. Tails can like glide and fly over some stuff. Knuckles can climb up walls and glide. Like, not only are they like different characters to operate the game, but they also have different ways of they have different gameplay. You're gonna take different routes with them. A route that's fast for Sonic might not be the fastest route for Tails or for Knuckles. So how they're gonna implement this in like what looks to be like seamless like local co-op with 4 people, I don't know how it's gonna work. But
yeah. I mean, I like the idea, but
I do
it
too.
depends on how they execute.
Yeah, the execution is exactly. So we'll see. We'll see. They don't really show like what the local co-op can do because everyone's just kind of hanging around each other.
Yeah,
So, like I said, what happens if one person, the guy playing Sonic, gets ahead of everybody else? Like, what happens then? Um, Or does it just slow the game down so everyone runs the same speed so that can't happen? But then if that happens, why would you even bother playing Sonic if like he's not the fastest character there?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see when it comes out, like what they do with it. But yeah, I'm not a big Sonic guy, so I don't care about it. But I'm sure there's some Sonic fans out there who are excited to see it. Palia, a free-to-play multiplayer adventure game, got shown off and releasing this holiday. I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about all of these.
Yeah.
Some of these are.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are just kind of whatever. The one I do want to talk about, Persona 5 Tactica, got shown off with some more gameplay. That's dropping November this year. I like Persona, dude. I fucking love Persona so much, and to see another spinoff, I don't care. Like, give it to me. Like, yeah, I know they're milking it, but the milk is tasty, so I don't care.
I don't really fuck with tactics.
Me neither, but I fuck with Persona, so yeah. I'm part of the problem. I'll probably buy this. I don't fuck with rhythm games. I got Persona 4 Dancing All Night. Like, I bought Persona 4 Dancing All Night, and I bought the Persona 4 like Dancing Stay Night like super pack with like 4, 3, and 5 like Jesus. All together. Yeah, because I fucking suck. I'm part of the problem, dude. I'm telling you.
Those are not very good games, but the music is great.
Yeah, so. It is, and that's all I care about. I'm not a fucking rhythm game fan. I don't know what's good or not. It's a Persona game. I don't care.
They're all bad except DJ Max.
I'll take your word for it.
Which that game was on Game Pass Cloud, and I loaded it up, and I was like, why would you even bother? Yeah. Why would you even bother putting this on the cloud? Yeah.
It's on Game Pass, like, regular, isn't it? Yeah, but
it's coming off. If it's not already, it's coming off very soon. The next update, yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer. Myth Force looked cool, first-person roguelike, inspired by Saturday morning cartoons. Splatoon 3 showed off its new Splatfest. But skipping ahead a little bit, Super Mario RPG is getting a remake.
Yes.
I never thought I would see that happening, honestly.
Yes.
Because Nintendo kind of likes to pretend that Super Mario RPG doesn't exist. There's so many characters in that game that just don't get acknowledged at all in like any other Mario game, and I don't understand why.
Yeah, I think the most they ever did was like trophies and Smash Brothers, like little unlockables, which is where most motherfuckers get their recognition.
Yeah. I gotta say, I don't know how I feel about the art style, because it's just like...
Oh no, this is perfect. This is perfect, dude.
You think so?
Yeah. It's perfect. This looks great.
I would have preferred, like... What's that one Kirby game? No, not Kirby. What was that? I think it was Kirby. It had that, like, clay, like, look to it.
Yeah, no, that looked garbage. The clay Kirby. What? No, you're thinking about Yoshi.
Am I thinking about Yoshi?
Well, Yoshi had a game, Yoshi's Island 2. It was an N64 Yoshi game that looked like dog shit. It was like clay. I think Kirby might have gotten there too, but
Kirby got one on the Wii U. It was like Rainbow Curse, I think.
Oh.
Like a style like that, kind of stylized, like, because Super Mario RPG had that like isometric like sprite look, and the isometric look doesn't work with like HD models. I think it makes it look cheap.
Yeah, but they didn't do that here though. They did it. Well, no, they did. The original was like Donkey Kong Country ass fucking like CG shit.
Yeah.
This is, they didn't do that here. This is just straight up like 3D. I think this looks way better. This looks way better. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think like the like digitized like sprite, like the 3D models digitized the sprites like look was like an aesthetic. I don't know if like they did an art style like kind of similar to that. I'm still gonna play it. Like I don't care, but
Yoshi's Story, that was the one. Yoshi's Story. That game looked terrible. Like that's a game you do not want to. If you do remaster that, you gotta make it look like this. That's one you do not want. Yeah. But
this is cool. I know a lot of people are excited for this because, like, again, like Nintendo hasn't really acknowledged it in like
A lot of
ever.
people just haven't played it either. So
yeah,
I played
which is
this.
crazy because like it's on like they've sold it on like Virtual Console, and I think it's on Switch Online too. It's like part of that pack.
I don't think it is.
I'll have to double check. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'll double check.
Yeah, I played this on like emulator when I was like 12, and I was like, this exists. Like back then, I didn't even know that it was real. I thought that it was like a knockoff Square game that they just made, and was like, wow, they put Mario in Final Fantasy. Super Ultra Pimp says in the chat, just like you can be if you go to gameverse.com/discord, he says, if you like the clay style, try out Don't Open Doors. Don't open the doors. Don't open the doors. What is that? Is that on Steam?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Not a porn game, is it?
Not that I'm seeing. Oh, it's a claymation action adventure game. It's an isometric RPG.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, this looks cool. This looks dope. Thank you for the recommendation, Super Ultra Pimp.
Yeah. See, that's why we do this.
Yeah, that's how we do this. And add that to the wish list. Add that to the wish list. But yeah, Super RPG is coming out. It's a thing. It's a remake. It's coming out soon. Peach is also getting her own 2D game. More details to be shared later. That's set to release next year. Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, originally for the 3DS, is getting a port to the Switch now. So that's cool. The Batman Arkham Trilogy is getting released on Switch for some fucking reason.
Why? Why would they even bother?
Why? I wonder if Arkham City is going to be like the Armored Edition for the Wii U, or if they're just like going to pretend that doesn't exist.
No, they know it exists. It's, yeah. I'm curious to see how that runs on I mean, the footage they showed of it looked okay. You know, didn't look like it was terrible. It just looks like shit graphically, but as long as it plays, I think those first two games, great.
Yeah,
that last
Knight was
one,
like too much. Yeah. I did not like Arkham Knight. It's just so fucking. There's so much shit in Arkham Knight. It's like overwhelming, like the shit that shows up on screen.
Yeah.
And it's constantly pulling your attention to like different things, different button prompts. It's too much. I think Arkham Knight is. There's not a lot of visual clarity in Arkham Knight. Like it's very cluttered. The design and the graphical style, the more realistic graphical style makes it even harder to play because of how realistic everything looks. Everything just blends into the background. Like I said, there's a lot of visual fidelity lost in that, and so I haven't beaten it yet, and I don't think I ever will. Gloomhaven got announced for Switch, so go pick that up. What else we got? Just Dance, Silent Hope, Faith Farm, Hot Wheels Unleashed 2. Mario Rabbids Spark of Hope's first paid DLC is launching. It's launching now. It's available now, so go check that out. Dragon Quest Monsters Dark Prince was showing off. That's the drop December this year, so go check that out. And then Pikmin 4 got an in-depth look at its gameplay with a split-screen battle mode, new glow Pikmin. So check that out. If you're like, oh, I never played Pikmin, well, guess what? Pikmin 1 and 2 are now available on the eShop after that show. So
yeah,
I might pick that up. I never played Pikmin. Okay, that's a lie. I played Pikmin a little bit as a kid, but the whole game is on a time system. And when the game told me that, I was like, oh, never mind. I don't want to play this anymore. Like my childhood anxiety set in. I was like, no, I don't want to play a whole game that's like a timed game. I don't want to do this.
Pikmin is deceptively scary.
Yeah,
it's a terrifying game to play, especially like at nighttime because there's a day-night system. You can go out at night, and then the bad shit comes out at night, and it
Yeah.
is terrible. I remember playing. I played the first one only as a kid, and yeah, I remember that those nighttime missions were like, dude, I'm gonna turn this off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I tried to play it and I saw the time system and I was like, nope, I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't want to play this. And so I never did. And then we got the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection,
Yeah,
which reminds us that has Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, 3, and Metal Gear 2, and the NES Metal Gears.
yeah. Snake's Revenge, which is
Yeah,
not a real Metal Gear game.
yeah.
So
And that's not us saying that. Kojima said that.
So the interesting thing about this footage is when they show Metal Gear Solid 1, you can tell that it's emulating the PS1 game. It's not like running like natively or whatever. It's emulation, and it's bad emulation because you can see the PS1 like swimmy textures. That's stuff that they've like gone and fixed in modern PS1 emulators.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's also like a PC version of the game that doesn't have that, right? Like you can find GOG.
Yeah. So it's an interesting thing that they showed there, but they're cheaping out on the emulation there, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but
but I mean, like again, there's better versions of the game that aren't even emulated versions. You can buy like the GOG version of Metal Gear Solid that came out like when did that come out? Like Jesus Christ, when did this come out? I don't remember when this came out. But
yeah, we don't want to play that version. The controller support is dog shit on that.
Is it? I thought the GOG version like fixed it.
I don't know. I don't know about the GOG version. I haven't tried that.
Yeah, it says right here, multiple game controller support and improved quick save function.
Oh, okay. Well then,
yeah,
that's great. I'll have to get that.
Put in the, I'm putting it in the stream chat right now. It's $10, so yeah. I'm pretty sure it like fixed like the swimmy textures of like Metal Gear Solid.
That's just a PS1 thing. Like one of the graphic things about the PS1 is that just the way it did some of the textures and the way it displayed them, you just had swimmy textures in a lot, basically every PS1 game. And that's something they were able to fix in the like new emulators. It just changed the way that stuff's rendered, or as it renders it all properly. They call it PGXP. So, but Vampire Survivors, it's 4-player co-op now, which is
incredible,
fucking awesome. Yeah,
yeah, that's awesome as fuck. I love that. I love that, especially on Switch. Like it's a perfect Switch game. Vampire Survivors, perfect Switch game.
Yeah.
I might end up buying that version actually. Like, I haven't bought a version of that game yet. I've only played it on Game Pass. That's where I first got into it, and I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
So I might like check out this version now. We also got Headbangers Rhythm Royale. You're a pigeon in a battle royale. It's also a rhythm game.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of quirky. It looks pretty fun actually. Like I might check that out.
It's not a rhythm game in a traditional sense.
Yeah.
It's more like games that are timing based.
Yeah.
I don't know if I call that rhythm, but
yeah, it's like a battle royale WarioWare with like a faux rhythm game like system.
Yeah, I want to play that. It's on Steam, so
like Rhythm Heaven. It's almost like Rhythm Heaven, but like battle royale.
Yeah.
Another game that looked fucking dope, Penny's Big Breakaway.
Yes.
That looked incredible. It's a 3D platformer from the Sonic Mania guys.
Yes.
It's set to come out early 2024. This looks cool as fuck. Like, it's a 3D platformer, and the gimmick is like you use yo-yos to get around, and they get so much mileage out of the yo-yo that I'm super into it.
Yeah, this looks great. You would think that Sega would have like hired these guys officially to just keep making Sonic games or whatever.
I think so, but I'm glad they're kind of doing their own thing. They're under the thumb of Sega right now
Yeah, yeah.
for this project. I hope this game does well, and I hope these developers like get to establish themselves as like an actual like threat here in the industry. Um, I sound so conceited the way I said that, but yeah, but like that's what I mean though. Look how cool this looks though. Like
Yeah, they gonna
this is
fuck
one of
the
the more
game
interesting
up.
games I've seen in a long time. Like
Yeah, I just like 3D platformers because it's I feel like the 3D platformer has kind
the
of
dying breed, man.
yeah, it's a dying breed. So I like when someone comes out and they try it and they do something new. Um, Same thing with games like Demon Turf comes out and it's like, oh wow, look at this like art style. They're doing something completely different.
Yeah,
But
the last 3D platform I really played and got into was like Mario Odyssey.
oh
And
wow, yeah, that was a while
yeah,
ago. Still a great
yeah,
one. That's a great one.
yeah, it's a great one. Yeah, I bought others since then, but like I haven't like really played them. Like I bought Hat in Time. I heard that's really good, but I haven't
Oh
played it
yeah,
yet.
yeah. I've been playing a little bit of ukulele on my Steam Deck.
Yeah, is it good?
It's great, great.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
I played Banjo-Kazooie recently. I know I told you I played the Switch online port of the N64 version, but with Gamepad I have the Rare Replay version, which is like the 360 version that they did back in
yeah,
like what 2011, and that version's good as fuck. I'm like, oh my god,
yeah. I keep
it
trying to
literally
play
fixes
that.
everything I had wrong with it. It literally fixes everything I had wrong with the N64 version. It's got modern design sensibilities. It's crazy, like how well that game aged. Like they didn't do too much to it other than like fix some of the the N64 texture stuff, the slowdown, and made the controls like not dog shit. Oh, an actual full camera support.
Yeah,
Um,
I keep trying to play that on the cloud because that's the only one that's like available on PC, and it's just
yeah,
not. It just doesn't. You know, it was better the last time I loaded it up. I cleared an entire level. I 100%ed like one level. It was better, but you could still. You just get used to it. You know, you get used to the
yeah.
delay and the timing.
You get yeah, and that's not how I want to play. I want to
Yeah,
play with as little delay as little delay as possible. Not like
yeah,
I get used to the delay. Like I want to play like that. Um, yeah. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe got its new DLC pack release, or you got some new characters, some new levels. If you have Switch Online Plus, you got that for free. Star Ocean Second Story R looks really cool. I never played Star Ocean before, but this looks dope.
yeah. They keep making
I might,
these.
yeah, I might check this out. It looks kind of reminds me of East, but like 2D,
Yeah,
and that almost works better for me. I think. I don't know. I think that works better for me. I think this is doing it for me. I'll let you know. Um, so like that kind of art style for Super Mario RPG, I'd be into. Like I think that would have been cool.
like
Controversial
the
opinion, but
HD 2D.
yeah, I would have liked that.
Nah,
No, I
nah,
think it would have been cool.
not for Mario.
I think so. Well, not Mario, but Mario RPG specifically.
Nah.
No. All right. Yeah,
I
this
think
looks cool.
it works better for like this anime bullshit. I don't think I would like it for Mario.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think you're right. Star Ocean Second Story R is releasing November 2nd, 2023. So go check that out. WarioWare Move It. Movement based mini games. November
Yeah,
3rd.
this was upsetting.
Yeah, I was really sad to see this. Because WarioWare is fucking dope. Like,
Yeah, and then they fuck it up with this bullshit.
yeah,
So
yeah. It kind of bums me out. Like, I want a WarioWare game I can just like take on the go with me. Like look at GBA WarioWare games. Like,
yeah,
just give me that. Just give me that with like HD models and cleaner textures. They can
But
play on the go. But
it's
no.
almost like they forgot that they have an entire system that doesn't have Joy-Cons on it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, they did another WarioWare game before that, didn't they? Like, yeah, WarioWare Get It Together. That came out like last year.
I don't remember. I just remember this is the second time they've done a shitty WarioWare. Or the third time. So.
Yeah, they had a WarioWare Get It Together that came out like a year ago. And this was a more traditional WarioWare game, but it wasn't the same because this one. How can I word it? You pick a character to play through.
Oh yeah. I fucking know, because that's dumb. That one was dumb because you pick a character and then you play it the games like a different way. Like, so all the games were like shitty as a result because they didn't know what character you're gonna be using during it. It was garbage. It was trash.
Yeah,
it was
I
trash.
never played it, so I don't know. That's a bummer, man. Why can't we just get it? Especially since, like, I'm gonna name drop a game quick. Perea.
Yeah.
A game like Perea, which does the WarioWare thing.
And it kind of reinvents it a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It reinvents it a lot of it, and I fucking love it for that.
Yeah, dude, there's another one. Oh, fuck. There's another one I played during the last demo derby called Action Super 52. Super 52. It's on Steam. It is fucking incredible. Fucking incredible.
Yeah?
Yeah. And that one's got like online shit where there's like leaderboards and it tells you who was like the best person at that particular mini game. And it's fucking great. It's fucking great.
That was called Super 52?
I think that's what it's called. It had a dumb name like that, but it's absolutely incredible. I don't think it's out yet. I still don't think it's out. I played it last time we did a demo derby.
I'm looking at Super 52, I'm not finding it.
Shit.
What else could it be called?
It's super. It was like super something. It was super, and then the number of games it had. Yeah, I'll find it at some point and put it in the Discord.
Yes, please, because that sounds awesome.
I wonder. I didn't even check for. I wonder if they have another, like, a new demo for this demo derby.
Oh, that'd be cool. And last but not least, we got a show off of a new 2D Mario game, a 4-player co-op called Super Mario Brothers Wonder.
This shit looked incredible.
This game was fucking crazy. Yeah, it did. At first I saw it, I was like, oh, cool, a new, like, 2D Mario game. That'll be dope. And then he just, like, drops acid and everything gets fucking crazy. I am convinced this is the game we get when, like, Mario moves up from, like, mushrooms to acid.
Yeah.
But look at how weird this shit gets, man.
I mean, everything about this is like, at first I thought it was like a new Mario World or something. You know, I thought they were gonna do like Super Mario World
style. What is this? This is like, they're not sprites, but they're not like quite models either. It looks like they're doing the Arc System thing, where they're sprites that move. They're models that move like sprites. Like, that would have been cool for that Mario RPG, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. He drops acid like a minute into the trailer, and things just get fucking wild.
Yeah, I want to play this right now, dude.
Look at this. The fucking pipe is like, I'm a worm now.
Yeah.
This is fucking crazy, dude. Like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah, Nintendo won E3.
Yeah, I think
especially with this, and especially since the bummer about all the other shows, Microsoft and Sony and shit, is that most of the games they showed aren't coming until like a year, some 2 years from now. So everything Nintendo showed here is coming out this year, which is incredible that this is coming out this year and we didn't even know about it. They just had this in
October.
So I'm excited to play a lot of this stuff. So
see, this is what happens when you have a company that just focuses on making good ass games.
Yeah,
They like, we don't care what the competition's doing. We don't care about getting into like streaming or anything else. So we just want to make some good ass games. Don't get me wrong. Like, I've defended Microsoft with Game Pass, but their first party games have been lacking lately.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
all this year, their first party games have been lacking. But Nintendo, exact opposite. They've been fucking killing it this year.
Yeah. They put out one of
They've
the greatest
had some of
games
the most
ever made
yeah. They
this
put out one
year.
of the greatest games ever made. Let me rephrase it. They put out one of the greatest games they ever made, and then they put out a sequel to it, which is even better this year.
Yeah.
like, like that's incredible, dude. They're just killing it. They're making good ass games. And at the end of the day, I wish like more developers like took that approach. Like, just make some good ass games. They're trying to be good. They don't have to cram like crazy bullshit into them or some weird gimmick.
All this live service
Or,
shit. That was like the worst thing. Like
yeah,
Sony
dude.
was like, hey, we got 27 live service games coming at you and you're going to eat that shit up. And I'm like, no, I'm not.
Who's going to play that? Like, live service games are such a time commitment. Like, who's going to have time to like play all those games? Like, they're cannibalizing their own market, dude.
Yeah.
Just make a game that's fun to play through. I can play through it once, twice if I wanted to, if it's really fucking good, and just do that. Just make money on the sales of that. Don't make this live service shit that's not fun to play that I'm going to play forever, because I'm not going to do that. But no, this looked good as fuck. Like, it's so funny, my thought process watching this trailer, because I saw it, and it opens up, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. A new like 2D Mario game. I like the art style. I was like, oh, it's a really neat look to it. It's got this like they're models, but they move like sprites. I like that. And then he just drops acid. Everything gets crazy. And I'm like, oh, I'm fucking into this. I am so into this.
Yeah. The fire flowers talk.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like talking, dude. He's on acid right now. It's just happening. Like, he's fucking flowers are talking to him, and he's seeing weird shit. He got this weird urge to like run and jump on things. Like, he's on acid, man. That's what's going on. That's my headcanon. Mario moved up from mushrooms to acid. It really is like an acid trip, because it makes the colors like all fucking weird, and
yeah.
the fucking pipes all get eyes. They start like looking at them. One of them starts moving like a snake or like a worm. Like, it's so fucking weird.
I'm curious as how it all works,
Yeah.
Everything you pick up a mushroom or whatever it is that makes that stuff happen. Like, does that all just happen, or is there an item you pick up that makes that happen? Or some of the times where he's in the stage where it's like black and white and he's like long Mario. It's like, what's like triggering all this stuff? He gets that flower and then he just starts tripping out.
I like the minute 15 seconds in when he's riding on the Triceratops. Like, oh, here comes the end of the level. Nope. Level's gonna keep going. Like, that's really cool.
He starts tripping out and then the flower goes, whoa, whoa.
Fucking Robin Williams has a really funny bit about this baseball player who pitched a no-hitter on acid. And it's really fucking funny. Like, well, I'm gonna send that to you later. It's probably not like as funny now that I'm an adult, but it's really funny just watching Robin Williams do weird Robin Williams stuff. But no, this looks good as fuck. I can't wait till this comes out. Again, coming out this year, man. It's dropping this year.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have any time with Starfield coming out. I'm just not.
Dude, I know, man. No quickies, no trailers or videos. Let's get on to the game releases. Charade Maniacs is dropping on Switch June 27th, so in a couple days. It's another like visual novel game. Looks cool. I mean, it's not my cup of tea. Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life is releasing on PC, Switch, PS5, and Xbox Series X. So go check it out if you're a fan. Story of Seasons games, very comfort RPGs.
From what I understand, these are Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
And these are by like the Harvest Moon guys before they got all corporate. This is like the Harvest Moon that people actually want.
Next, we got June 29th, AEW Fight Forever for PC, Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and
It's
Series
coming
X.
out. Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I heard about this like forever ago and then just nothing. And now it's happening. And I doubt it's going to be good.
It looks bad. It looks so bad.
It looks so bad. It looks so bad, dude. It won Best Sports Game, Gamescom 2022.
Yeah, well, I probably didn't have much competition.
I was going to say, well, it's because WWE didn't come out last year. They took a year off, right? Because the last game they did was like such dog shit.
Yeah.
They took a year off to like work on it. A throwback to what many view as the golden age of wrestling games.
Yeah.
That's a take from IGN. So,
which that's the thing. You kind of want these games to be a little bad. So that's like kind of what I'm looking for out of these games, if I'm being honest. So yeah, it looks bad, but it's kind of what you want, you know? So
this is also like, this is AEW. This isn't like WWE. So I don't know who the fuck any of these people are. Like,
yeah. So a lot of these guys a lot of the WWE guys moved to AEW. Like they showed a little sting. I haven't followed like any of this for a very long time. So
I've never followed wrestling. Like I knew about
Chris
like
Jericho's in AEW.
I know like some of the really big names in wrestling just from like memes and shit. I quote Macho Man Randy Savage like ironically, but I couldn't tell you anything about his like wrestling career. Yeah, check that out when it comes out, I guess. June 29th. Hopefully it's good. If it's good, I'll check it out. June 30th, we got Everybody 1-2 Switch.
Funny that they did that. They didn't show this at all during that direct.
Yeah.
Word on the street is that someone like pitched this at Nintendo and they were like, this is gonna ruin our company. And so I guess they're just
out anyway.
yeah, they just decided to put it out, but I guess not announce it is what the thing is. So they didn't tell anyone this is coming out.
I mean,
they didn't show it.
The first 1-2 Switch was like the first 1-2 Switch, which should have been a packing game, was like a separate $60 fucking game.
I bought that game.
So yeah,
I played it once.
I bet you regretted it.
With
like
my
immediately
sister.
after you bought it.
Yeah.
I had a buddy that bought it. I'm like, why? There's nothing else on Switch. I said, so fucking wait then. Like, why are you buying it now? That you want to play? I get really mad at him for that because he was buying like this and like if Breath of the Wild had come out on it, and so he bought this, Breath of the Wild, and Arms. And I'm like, dude, just leave 1-2 Switch. He's like, oh, like it's the only thing that's out for it. And I said, fucking wait, something else comes out, and you're gonna buy it now. You got 2 games already, man. Like, come on.
I mean, all you need is Breath of the Wild. Like, yes, that's all you needed.
Yeah, dude. The fuck was I? Yeah, 1-2 Switch is coming out June 30th. Yeah. Primal Clock is coming out on PC and Switch June 30th as well. This looks cool. A hidden object mystery investigation game. Looks neat. Might be cool. Front Mission First remake is coming out on everything. I forgot this was coming out.
Yeah, Wanzers are back.
What?
Wanzers are back.
It's a Wanzer.
I think that's what the mechs are called.
That's a dumb name.
Yeah.
Why do mechs have like such cool names? You know, like Gundam, Megazords, Zoids.
Yeah.
And then what you call them? Wangers?
Wanzers.
Wanzers. Wiggers.
Yeah, no, that was Wigger Wednesday. Yeah, they put him in Mario Kart.
It's just a dumb fucking name, Wanzers. Jesus Christ. That is not what they're called. Is that what they're called?
That's what they're called. It's right here on the thing. Placing you in command of the awe-inspiring Wanzers.
That's such a dumb fucking name. That is such a dumb name. Why are they called Wanzers? Derived from the German word Wanderpanzer, but they're just called Panzers, though. We have those, and they're called Panzers.
That's funny that they had to create.
Granted, it's a tank. Just call it a Wanderpanzer. That sounds cooler.
Yeah.
But a Wanzer, that's dumb as fuck. I forgot this is a Japanese game, right? So maybe that's why it's so dumb.
Oh yeah. It'd be Wanzer in Japan.
Yeah. It's still dumb, but like I guess it doesn't sound as dumb. Because like the kind of W, like the wah like sound, like has a lot of silly connotations in English, you know? Like I was just sitting here joking around about it, but I'm sure it doesn't sound as stupid in Japanese. Ghost Trick Fan Detective is also coming out June 30th, so go check that out. You played this in the demo derby and you liked it, right?
Yeah, it was great. I'm probably gonna play that on my Steam Deck. It's perfect for that.
Yeah, it's a great portable game. It was originally a DS game, so it makes sense to be perfect portable. Then we got Goodbye World. That's coming out on everything: PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Series X. It's already out on Steam. It's a narrative adventure game. Play through 12 stages of puzzle platformers while following the two protagonists through 13 chapters of their story.
Yeah, this looked awesome. This was already in my wish list.
Yeah.
You get like a virtual Game Boy and you play through. There's like games on it.
Yeah, it's already in my wish list.
Yeah. How much is it? $12.
Yeah, go check it out. And then last but not least, Master Detective Archives Raincode dropping out on Nintendo Switch. Ooh, Nintendo's making me do an age verification. Is this a porno game?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Fingers crossed.
Oh, it's not. It is like a visual novel, though. Kind of
Oh, this is this based on Danganronpa? I swear I know these characters.
The art style definitely looks like Danganronpa.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. A brand new lucid noir detective adventure game from the minds behind the Danganronpa series.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, didn't we get a look at this a little while ago?
They might have announced
this. Like Nintendo Direct like forever ago?
Yeah. Oh, this looks good.
Yeah, it does look good.
Only on Switch?
Yeah. $60.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. A little bit.
I would play this not on Switch.
It'll come out to like PC in like a year probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to do it for the show, everybody. Thank you so much for coming in. Pretty slow news week, but,
yeah,
you know. Wasabi, tell people they can find us.
Guys, you can go to Gameoverse.com, Gameoverse.com/Twitch, Gameoverse.com/YouTube, Gameoverse.com/Discord. Head over to the YouTube, check out our demo derby, 12 plus hours of straight games.
Yep. I come in the last 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
Maybe hour and a half.
The shitty low quality stream version of that is already up, but if you wait a little bit or a long bit, the 4K version will be up at some point, and it's got chapters and shit. So, you know, it'd probably be a better way to watch. But
yeah,
if you're hungry for something, it's already up there. Probably still on the Twitch archives as well. But
yeah, it was dope. Wasabi played some cool games. I came in at the end, provided some I think was fun commentary. So
yeah,
if not, go watch the whole stream and tell us what you think.
Yeah, it's a good lean back. It's a good lean back stream, so you can just chill out. But yeah, that'll do it. Thanks.
Everybody, thank you so much. Everyone be safe, be cool, be excellent to each other, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye.